Hi, my name's Tom, and I'm going to do a quick review. I say quick, about 5 minutes on the Tailfin Aeropack, and tell you all the things that I wish I'd known before I'd kind of forked out to buy it. First and foremost, the guys who work at Tailfin are amazing. Their customer service is exceptional and up there with the kind of Sigma Sports in Richmond and Hunt Wheels. It's that kind of 10 out of 10 customer service. And there were a few things. I changed my bike about 2 or 3 days before I went on my bike packing trip. And I changed from a mate lent me a Cervelo Aspero, and they sent me a new axle when it arrived the next day. And I also changed kind of this extension part because it was just more suitable for the trek that I actually did the ride on. So customer service, kind of 10 out of 10. The bag on the whole is not too bad, but there are kind of a few elements that I still think kind of need refining. I am really impressed though with the engineering. Everything, all the little clips and all the bits that attach the Aeropack to the bike, they aren't just off the shelf products that they've merged together. The engineering and the thought that's gone behind making this is exceptional. But there are a few tweaks that I wish they could make. Now, first things first is the capacity. Now, this is kind of a 30-40 pound bike packing bag from Planet X. It's just one of their pod bags, and it's kind of an 11 litre bag. So this is an 11 litre bag, and this is supposed to be 20 litre bags. And as you can see, I'm just going to kind of fill it up with what's in their bag. So just a couple of tubes. What else we've got in there? A light. We've got a bivvy, which is very useful, a down jacket that anyone who's bike packing must take with them. What else we got in here? A sleeping bag. This is amazing, 200 grams, seaters on it. Sleeping bag, which has been really useful. Blow up pillow from Decathlon. What else we got in here? And just a jacket, just a normal kind of warm jacket. But as you can see, even if I push it right down, you can't get much more in the Aeropack. So 20 litres is a bit of a stretch. Particularly to make it watertight, you need at least 2 twists of the top. So that's 1, 2, and that probably 2. So 2 to make it watertight, but you can't get much more in it than about, I would say, 11 litres. So if you're hoping to get, as I clip it in, if you're hoping to get 20 litres, I think you're dreaming. So one thing that I wish they could improve on was the capacity, or just say that it's kind of a 15 litre as opposed to 20 litre. So hooking up to the bike, this is really easy. So these are some of the things that I'm really impressed with. So to hook it up, you've got an axle that they get given when it comes with the product, and quite simply that clips in there. Maybe it doesn't. I might have to. So that clips there either side, and then you attach it to the seat, and it's pretty easy. It's not that easy, is it? And that just clips on there. So here's some other issues. Now, so that's the pack, nice and neat on the back. But as you see here, without this extender, which I got extra, the original extender only takes it to there, so it'll be about half the space. And even with the 15 litre capacity or 20 litre capacity, there's all this space that's missing. So I'm not quite sure why they design the bag flat, that you roll down flat. I honestly believe that this needs to be at an angle, so when you're rolling the bag, you're not rolling it down flat, you're rolling it down at an angle, so this side is higher than this side, and then you can start utilising some of that space. That's just wasted space. You can pack it differently, but it just becomes really, really awkward. So that's one of the issues. These side pockets aren't too bad. This side pocket takes you straight into the main bag, and it was quite useful. I went to about 11 countries, so I just have my passport on that side and I could get it out relatively easily. But the pocket on the other side, is so shallow that it's only good for a credit card. It says it's got kind of an external pocket. It's not really an external pocket. I put in a little bit of paperwork. I put my insurance documents in there. I put some travel documents in there. I put kind of a spare visa in there in case I lost my other one. It got soaking wet. That pocket wasn't waterproof. So that was a bit frustrating too. But one of the main issues I had was this clip here. Now, I got handlebar palsy, so after kind of a long ride, my hands got slightly numb and they were particularly cold. And these clips here, when you've got cold hands, there's just no way of pulling them out. So when I can't even do it now. You need a lot of force to be able to unclip this. And when I was getting to hotels, I was having to ask the people at reception to help kind of take the bag off the bike, which was a bit embarrassing and really awkward. Now, I don't know why it's such a fiddly, it's a beautiful piece of design, but it just doesn't work practically. So I think that needs to be sorted out. I think the inside pocket needs to be sorted out. I feel that the design needs to be at a slanted angle so it becomes aerodynamic. And also these straps here, it wasn't too bad, but the most important thing that I took was just one of these kind of normal rucksack bags that I just put over the top of it, and I stuffed this bag full of kind of crisps and bits and extra jumpers and various other bits, and that was really, really useful to put on top of it. But you're adding kind of an old-fashioned bungee cord. You're attaching kind of a backpack waterproof just to make the bag work in a way that it could work. I think these straps, they should have some kind of capacity to kind of use almost like a cargo net as well. And one of the other kind of major issues I was cycling quite a lot at night time, and anything that goes on these clips to be able to clip your back light on, unless your bag is absolutely stuffed, the angle of your light constantly faces downwards. So I'm cycling at 3 o'clock in the morning in a country I've never been to before, and all I'm doing is lighting and flashing a red patch just behind me. It wasn't having that kind of the light wasn't shining in cars coming up from kind of half a mile away, because this little clip here just isn't good enough. So I had to kind of make tweaks. Now you can buy extra bits from Tailfin, so you can add lights onto the bottom here, which do work. But these little clips here and these 3 stripes to make your bike a bit more kind of seeable, a bit more kind of luminous, doesn't really kind of cut it. But saying that, I did use it for a month. The stability is incredible compared with this bag that does kind of move. I did the North Coast 500 with this bag. It was fine, but when you're standing up and going up hills, you do see it kind of move around a bit. The stability of the Tailfin is amazing. And when you're using the Tailfin, you really do not know that you've got a bag on the back. So there are lots and lots of positives about using it, but for the cost, I'm not sure whether it's worth kind of 3-4 times a good quality kind of bike packing bag. So Am I going to put this on eBay? Annoyingly, I probably am, because it's a lot of money, and I think I would rather just have kind of a normal bag on the back, maybe a handlebar bag as well, and it will probably lighten up the bike by about 1 kilo as well. I bought the aluminium one purely because it was cheaper than the carbon one, but there is definitely a weight to it. And when you're getting off at hotels and things, you can't just take the bag off. You have to unclip everything and then take the whole kind of Tailfin, the Aeropack to your room, and that can become a bit fiddly. So on the whole, I think it's kind of 80% perfect. Still a bit of work to do, I think, by Tailfin, but they were very, very popular on the ride that I did. Most people were very happy with it, but I just found a kind of few little niggly problems. So I probably wouldn't buy one again just yet. But yeah, that's my review. I hope it helps. But again, customer service outstanding, really good stability, but just a few tweaks before I think it's kind of worth that extra chunk of money to buy it.